Hey friendos, Ash here. Welcome back to Gents. Hope you're doing well. As you can see, I made a little bit of a purchase. I've got 10 different fragrances here that I got from Fragrance Buy. I was right around 350 bucks US. I think technically like right around 356. That could fluctuate a little bit up or down if you were to go price these out, depending on the conversion rate between Canadian and US, but that's what I was in for. And what we're gonna do today is go through each one of these fragrances. I have not smelled any of them, and I'm gonna let you know my initial impressions, whether or not they smell good, great, or completely trash. Hopefully not a lot of that.
Ew. Oh.
Now what I did is I've already ripped off the cellophane of each one of these. That way it makes things a little bit quicker because when I'm having to like tear open 10 different fragrances, the video ends up being unholy in length.
That's what she said.
And I'm also gonna be doing a giveaway as well where I picked up some extras so I can give you guys some stuff, which added to the cost. Let's get some handy dandy tester strips. All 10 of these fragrances are gonna be linked in the description. Feel free to check them out down below. And I've got kind of a mix here. So I've got Lattafa, Armaf, Paris Corner, Luciano, Fragrance World, French Avenue, just a lot of stuff. We're gonna start off with one of the ones that I was most interested in, which is this one right here, Spectra. Technically Odyssey Spectra. So this is one of the new Armaf Odyssey fragrances, and this one is supposed to smell similar to Ultramall. At least that is what I have heard. This one was about $28.50. Again, that's gonna fluctuate a little bit depending on conversion rate. And in terms of note breakdown, this one has cinnamon, tobacco, lavender, bergamot, apple, amber, and vanilla. So like I said, I heard it's supposed to smell similar to Ultramall, even though that note breakdown is not really an Ultramall note breakdown. Okay, there's just a little tiny piece of paper. There's nothing on it, but there we go. It says that it is a Odyssey Spectra Eau de Parfum Rainbow Edition, which wouldn't this just always be the Rainbow Edition since it's Spectra? I can't imagine like down the road they're gonna go, you know what? Let's keep the Odyssey Spectra, change the packaging and remove Rainbow Edition. But that's what it is, Rainbow Edition. Looks pretty cool. It's got kind of like a pleather case to it here that goes around the bottle. Let's go ahead and spray this on, see how it is. All right. A lot of these Odyssey fragrances are actually really, really good, like Odyssey Mandarin Sky. That one's a clone of Scandal from Jean Paul Gaultier, and it is perfect. And then Odyssey Aqua is also really good. That one is Invictus Platinum. So just kind of in general, looks like the Odyssey line is similar to a lot of different designer fragrances out there. Let's check this one out. Yeah, Ultramallish. It's actually fresher than I was expecting. Because you know, you look at the note breakdown, again, cinnamon and tobacco in there. You're expecting it to be more like fall, winter time, kind of heavy. Nice, fresh, sweet. To me, actually, slightly more bubblegummy than Ultramall in the sense of like a fresher bubblegum type scent profile. Not as much of the powdery aspect in this one as compared to Ultramall. Not that Ultramall is like overly powdery, but definitely, at least what I remember, it's more so than this one. Yeah, that's really nice. That one you could put right up there with Mandarin Sky, with Aqua, with the other really good Odyssey fragrances. $28.50. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's really nice. I don't know if it's as strong as Off and On 9 p.m. I think 9 p.m. probably has a little more push to it, at least based off this little tester strip, whatever that's worth. Obviously, I'm not spraying it on skin, so take it with a grain of salt. Slightly fresher, nice sweetness to it, really appealing, smells good. I like that a lot. And I will remember to put the tester strip with each one as I go so I can go back and revisit. Let's do this one next, Paradigm from French Avenue, which we'll probably just take a look at that and tell what's going on here, right? Yeah, this one should be, I would think, Paragon. I can't get it open. There's like a little pull tab here, but what's going on? I don't want to break it. Yeah, like it's stuck. And I don't want to rip the box open. I'm not a weakling, I promise. It's just like, it's this far open. I can get my fingers in there, but when I start to pull it, it feels like I'm just gonna rip the whole thing apart. Jesus. I think maybe the bottles come loose and it's like getting caught. Oh, it's ripping. French Avenue, what are you doing? This whole video is gonna be me just trying to struggle with the stupid thing. I got it. Yeah, so what was happening was this little tip, this little metal tip right here was getting caught on a piece of the box on the inside. And so I had to like push it, I had to close it and then push it back down as far as it would go, and then it would open up. So there we go. Wonderful. Back to the fragrance. So this one about 35 bucks. Like I said, I'm expecting Paragon with this one. The name's Paradigm after all, and it's in this white bottle. Actually looks really good. Very heavy, has a metal plaque that goes around the front, so it doesn't look really super cheap like the Riffs ones, R-I-F-F-S. Yeah, this looks really nice. Let's go ahead and give it a spray.
Bruh.
There we go. Just needed 52 pumps. Sounds weird. Ooh, that is strong. That's mad strong. That's good. That's really good. So Paragon has plum in the fragrance, also has lavender, sandalwood, sage, bergamot, palo santo. This one has that sweetness that you would expect from a Paragon type fragrance. More woodiness to it than like Vintage Radio. So Vintage Radio from Lattafa, that has more plum, like a lot more of the sweetness, not as much of the woods, at least early on. This one has that sweetness, but a little more of the woodiness that comes out. That's really nice. Yeah, that's darn good. I would have to take that and put it side by side with some of the other Paragons, or Paragon alternatives rather, to see where it shakes out. But just right here off the strip, that stuff slaps. That's friggin' good. Let's do one of these, because I got 3 of them. Let's do Cosmic Rock. And these are more expensive, actually. These were like 40, 41 bucks. These ones right here, the Lucianos, so they're a little bit costly. Actually, those were the most expensive ones out of all of these. So they better be good. There it is. So you can probably tell right away it's a Louis Vuitton clone. It's supposed to... No! Supposed to be Meteor. Don't pick these up by the cap. Yeah. Bottle's pretty heavy. The cap is not. It's fairly lightweight, or extremely lightweight, and doesn't click into place. So yeah, here we go. Ooh, pressurized atomizer. So note breakdown wise, if we're talking about the original, that one has orange, bergamot, pink pepper, neroli, nutmeg, vetiver. It's pretty good. I like these 2 more. It is citrusy. It has like that undercurrent of like hairspray. I think for the price, 41 bucks, I'd go for, like I said, of these 3, one of these, because that's $6 and change less. This one's like 12, 13 less. It's fine. It's a nice alternative to Meteor, which, to be fair, is not one of my favorite Louis Vuitton fragrances, but I still think I can give it a shot. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It's nothing to get crazy about. Let's do this one. Odyssey Lemony Fresh Edition Limoni. I do like the presentation. Like, this box is pretty cool. Yellow and green with the little leaves on there. Oh man, I don't have a small piece of paper in this one. Lame. Fresh Edition, heck yeah. Again, I like the presentation. It's colorful. Having a small child's brain, I like that. In terms of notes, this one has orange, lemon, bergamot, ginger, tea, and aquatic notes, and about the same prices, or at the exact same price as Spectra over here. It was like $28.50 roundabout. It's actually kind of greener than I was expecting. All those citrus notes in there, and I'm not saying it doesn't have citrus, it does, but all those citrus notes in there, which again, what was it? Orange, lemon, bergamot, kind of expecting this citrus nuke. Instead, it's a little bit, like I said, green, leafy, brisk, and yes, it is citrusy, just not overly sweet. And you get that tea that comes in there as well. This one is kind of more its own thing. It's vaguely imagination-esque, which is another Louis Vuitton. It's kind of in that vein. The more I smell it though, the more I like it. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, I prefer this to that. I mean, they're not doing the same fragrance, but I would wear this over that. Spring, summertime during the day, nice, clean, a little bit classy. I'm digging that one, I'm digging that one. Let's do this next. This is Paris Corner Amir, and this one is the Triumphant Sapphire. Price-wise, about 36 bones. Maybe don't pick this one up by the cap either. There we go. Cap is a little heavier on that one than the Luciano, the lucky Luciano. In terms of what this is cloning, it's a clone of Blue Sapphire, which is absurdly expensive. That fragrance is like over 800 bucks for 100 mil. And in terms of notes, that one has lemon, chamomile, rose, oud, sage, and patchouli. So let's see how this is. Ooh, that's a bad atomizer. That's not a good atomizer. See that? Ooh, that's bad. That's real bad. I am not filled with I am not sure on this. I think the bottle is giving cheap vibes. Can't even say that. Cheap vibes. Yeah, okay. Oof. It's got this kind of very dated, floral, soapy feel to it. The quality is not working for me here. It's coming across a little harsh. I'm not a fan. Yeah, it's really got this like old soapy antique store kind of vibe. Let's do a pink one next. Odyssey Candy. It's my third and final Odyssey of this haul. I am fully aware that this is going to be a feminine fragrance, but I figured why not? Some of these candy fragrances pretty popular now. Like what is it, Yara candy? Stuff is really popular. So that's the rainbow edition. This is the fresh edition. This one is special edition. Cool. And this one was actually more expensive than the other two Odysseys. This one was like 33. So it's like $5 more. So we'll see. With this one, I'm not gonna be judging it on whether I would wear it or not, just in terms of how it smells. In terms of the notes here, this one has strawberry, raspberry, peach, caramel, and musk, among other notes. So obviously sweet, in case the name Candy didn't give that across, or give that across, what? It is sweet, yes it is. Syrupy sweet, little cotton candy-esque, concentrated sugar, little diabetes. Definitely feminine. Has kind of a cotton candy musk. Also gives kind of Aqualina pink sugar vibes if it were a little higher quality. For like a younger girl, actually be really nice. For me, let's do one of these guys. What do we say? Yeah, Melody, let's do Melody. Same presentation, obviously, just a different name. Don't pick it up by the cap. And there it is. Actually, the cap felt a little snugger on this one. Yeah. Look at that. Just depends on the, depends on the fragrance. So this one is supposed to be Symphony. Get it? Melody? Symphony? So another Louis Vuitton. Bergamot, ginger, grapefruit. Let's see. Ooh, a bunch of sprays there. I like that one more. That one is also citrus forward. Really zingy, sweet, fresh. Yeah, I like that more. This has like a soapiness to it. This one's really sweet, but like I said, very fresh, lively. Almost carbonated the way it comes across. Jumps off your skin, like a grapefruit aid. Not a lemonade, grapefruit aid. Is that a thing? I'm not sure. That one's good. I like that one. Yeah, it's another summertime fragrance, but real nice. Simple, but good. And that was also like $40, 41. Let's do over here, Whiskey Intense. This is French Avenue. And so with this one, I thought, oh, they just renamed it, right? Because, let me grab it. They have Cocktail Intense right here. So I was like, oh, Whiskey Intense. They just renamed it from Cocktail Intense to Whiskey Intense. But then I was looking, this is a fragrance roll, by the way. But then I was looking and they still have Cocktail Intense. So it's like this is a different thing. And as you see there, different color. So I'm not exactly sure how this one is gonna smell because Cocktail Intense, that's like Angel Share. And you can pick that one up for 20 some bucks, 21, 22, talking about Cocktail Intense. And for that price, it's actually a really, really solid alternative to Angel Share. It's, for that price point, one of the best ones you can get. I mean, of course, you could spend a little bit more and get a fragrance that maybe you would like more, but again, like 20 some bucks, it's solid. This one was like 34, so a little more expensive than Cocktail Intense there. So let me put that there. Oh, that is its own thing. Let me spray Cocktail Intense. Yep, they are not the same. Which, I mean, you can tell by the color, right? But still. Okay, so Whiskey Intense has more of a, like a woody smokiness that you can pick up off the top. It has a little sweetness too, not as much as this one over here, which I'm fumbling all over the place with. Apparently I sprayed 2 tester strips. Yeah, this has definitely got more of that boozy, kind of warm, sweet, frankly, whiskey style to it. Talking about Cocktail Intense over here, or cognac, I should say. Whiskey Intense, woody, lightly smoky, sweet, but in a different style. More like a bit of sugar in this. Not as warm, not as like praline-esque as Cocktail Intense. So easily you can tell these are not the same when you smell them side by side. And again, I mean, the name's different, the color is different and everything. But I gotta say, off the top of my head, it's not striking me like, oh, it's definitely that. Because in this style, this presentation, you would think that it's gonna be like a Bikilian. But there aren't that many Bikilians that it could be, at least in the current style, the bottle style. So it could be like this is to Cocktail Intense as Kamra Kawa is to Kamra, whereas that one has more coffee added in. This one is more woodsy, spicy, with still a little sweetness, just not in the same way. Still really nice though, but off the top of my head, it's not striking me as like a one-to-one with anything. Let's do this one next, Noble Blush. So this is Lattafa's Body Al Oud, and in case you couldn't tell, I believe it will be quite the feminine leaning fragrance. This one about $28. In terms of notes, it has rose milk, meringue, vanilla, almond, sandalwood, and musk. Obviously very similar bottle style to this one over here. Ooh, that's nice. It's like, it's very feminine, a little bit powdery, but creamy as well. The sweetness is very soft. It's very, very ladylike. Definitely more, mature than the Armaf Candy over here. Not that this comes across as a mature fragrance. I think really anybody could wear this in terms of age range. But it's like a very soft, inviting, cozy sweetness, not overwhelming, nice quality too. That's good. Not for me, but it's good. Last one, Stardust. Stardust. So this one is supposed to be City of Stars. Once again, about 41 bucks. I like the little gradient they put on there. It's nice. Copying. Let's blast this on. Let's see which Luciano is the best of the three. Ooh, nice. Pressurized atomizer. In terms of notes, you've got tiara flower, lime, blood orange, musk, mandarin, and bergamot. So again, a lot of citrus. A bunch of Louis Vuitton fragrances, just heavy on the citrus. Ooh, I like that instantly more than the first one. It's citrus forward, so you get that zing, that sweetness that a lot of Louis Vuitton fragrances have. But this one has like an underlying candied aspect to it, candied citrus, sugar crusted. That floral aspect is really nice, very pleasant. Right along the edges, just kind of pokes through. Also has like an airiness to it, an airy aspect. Little hint of powder that starts to kind of come up as it dries. And then the citrus starts to kind of like settle down into that powder a little bit. It's good though, that smells really, really nice. Super pleasant. Quality is much better on this one, the way it hits your nose. No harshness, not too sharp. The powder does start to kind of encapsulate that sugar crusted citrus as it goes. All right, let's do the giveaway and then I'll go through these very quickly and just kind of hit you with my favorites. So I got another bottle of this one right here, Whiskey Intense, because I figured, why not? So I just threw two in there, essentially. I wasn't really sure what to expect with the fragrance because there's not really anything out on it, but figured it'd probably be pretty good. And then I also got this one. This is another Odyssey, but not one of these here. This is Odyssey Wild One, which is the gold edition because they're all different editions. And this one is a little Dior Sauvage-esque, really easy to wear, very versatile. And I will also give away this one that I almost completely shredded. Paradigm. So that one will be open, but these two will be not open. And I'm gonna do some more giveaways coming up, just trying to do a bunch of giveaways through this month. So those three are in this giveaway, 1, 2, 3. You have to be subscribed to the channel, like the video, leave a comment below. In the comment, let me know your favorite clone release of the year, or whatever, just whichever one you picked up this year that was your favorite. How about that? Makes it easier. In a couple weeks, I'll pick a winner with random comment picker. I'll put it up on the community tab of the YouTube channel. So if you're subscribed, you should see that. And if you are the winner, just get in touch with me with your shipping address. I'll get this out to you. All right, let's do it. Odyssey Spectra. Yes, 9 p.m. It gets more spicy as it dries down. Warm, spicy, sweet, touch powdery. So it does have that in common with Ultramall as it dries. 28, 50, 29, 28, right around there. That's good. That smells really nice. If you like Ultramall, that is a really good one. Better than 9 p.m. I think a little smoother, not as loud. I mean, it's pumping off the strip decently well. It just feels less aggressive, but might be a little better done. I would have to go side by side though. Really nice. Paradigm. Oh yeah, that's good. It's Paragon, but the plum is not as aggressive. Same thing I said in the opening, as it dries down, same deal. A little more of that woodiness, but you do have a hint of plum that carries over. Quality's very nice on that, that's good. Yeah, those both are really nice, super good. Let's go to the first Luciano. Cosmic Rock, which is Meteor from Louis Vuitton. Just not as much to my taste. Yeah, it's all right, but it's kind of forgettable in a way. Citrus is pleasant. As it dries down, smells better than in the opening. You got like a little woody, spicy thing going on there, but it's okay. It's not great. Limoni. I actually really like that. That's really, really, really nice. I like the little bit of tea. I understand smelling it, you know, it could maybe not work for everybody as it heads into the dry down there. It actually sweetens up as it dries down. It's more like green, fresh, citrusy in the opening, but not overly sweet. But then it kind of ramps up that sweetness as it dries. Very fresh, kind of simple, but good. Smells less like Imagination as it dries, actually. Triumphant Sapphire, or Blue Sapphire. A Triumphant Blue, which is a clone of Blue Sapphire. That sounds better. It's a little bit better as it dries down, but yeah, it's still kind of that like dated, soapy, old flowers kind of smell. A hint of what's supposed to be oud, like way in the background. I don't like this, I don't like this. No. And they hit you with the turd atomizer too. Candy, this is really feminine, youthful, sugary sweet. I could see why it'd be really appealing. And actually, it's less syrupy as it dries down. It gets a little better as it dries. Melody. Ooh, that's not so strong. Yeah, I kind of figured that would happen because it's like just basically citrus and ginger as far as the note breakdown goes. I like that opening though. That opening's nice. I think that probably packs the least punch of anything here, but in the opening and through the mid, just a really easy wearing, very pleasant spring, summertime fragrance. It's good. Whiskey Intense. This is kind of addictive. I gotta say, when you go 1-to-1 with Cocktail Intense is more appealing off the top. I think the first time you smell them side by side that this one is gonna win over more people. As that dries, you get some real nice sweetness that comes out, helps add like a counterpoint to the woods. It smells a lot better, real good. This one is easier to wear, I think. That one has maybe more character. Noble Blush. Ooh. I gotta say, the note Rose Milk actually makes sense when you smell it. Ooh, soft, fluffy, that's good. But between these two, I prefer that one. Yeah, both good, but prefer that one. City of Stars, or Stardust. That also, it's unisex, but leans a little feminine. Floral aspect, real pretty. Real pretty. Citrus is nice, clean, zingy. Just very clean, clean. That's good. So my very favorite of this bunch, probably this one. And then second and third right here. And I would say probably fourth. And then these two kind of tied for fifth. These aren't fair because they're feminine leaning, but they both smell good. Don't like that, don't really like that. Yeah, I think that's about what it is, yep. So there we go, guys. Thank you for hanging with me. I know it took a long time. Remember the giveaway? This one right here, I'll box that up for you. Make sure you try not to rip that box in two when you open it. And then these right here. Thank you guys so much. Stay safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.